Last time I introduced my puzzle method of decluttering, a system made for busy people who don't have endless hours of superhero levels of energy. If you missed that video, I'll leave the link in the description. But today is where it gets real, because here's the thing, if you walked into my house right now, you might think nothing has changed. In fact, it might even look worse. Piles everywhere, stuff scattered, no order in sight. And you'd be partly right. But that mess isn't failure. It's part of the plan. Behind the chaos, there's a system that keeps me moving forward, step by step. Now, if you've ever tried decluttering before, you know the usual advice. Just sort the stuff into categories. Trash, donate, keep. Sounds simple, right? But here's the catch. The donation bag still sits in the corner until you actually take it out. The keep pile turns into mini chaos if those things don't have a proper home. And if you are busy, well, piles become permanent residents. That's why I don't just sort things, I build chains. Each chain has a starting point and a clear finish line, so you know exactly when the job is done. Think of your home as the full puzzle, and chains are the smallest sections you can complete and finally see the picture coming together. The chains might be about selling, donating, fixing, organizing, whatever fits your life. Chains keep the momentum going, save you from decision fatigue, and make it easy to jump back in, even if life interrupts you halfway through. Today I'll share the chains I use in my own process, and you can adapt them or even create your own to fit the way you live. The shortest and the easiest chains are the ones I showed you in the last video, the lost and found chain and the trash chain. Think of simple examples, putting seasonal shoes back into storage, or tossing worn-out sneakers straight into the trash, or better yet, recycling. Quick wins. But of course, not everything is that easy. So let's look at the other chains. The donate chain. This is for all the good stuff you don't need anymore but want to give away. Here's the catch. The chain isn't complete when you've packed everything into a box and tucked it into a corner. No, it only ends when you've actually dropped it off at the donation bin or collection center. And here's where the chain sometimes gets stuck. Maybe you can't find a place that accepts your items. Throwing them out feels wrong, but giving them away isn't working either. Many donation centers won't take old electronics or appliances, even if they technically still run, because of safety rules or just outdated technology. And as much as we'd like to believe it, nobody really needs that miracle fitness gadget from the 90s. If that happens, the kindest thing you can do for yourself is move those items into the trash chain. Otherwise, this chain never closes, and you'll feel like you are working hard but getting nowhere. The sell chain. The ambitious one. These are good items you believe could bring in some money. But let's be honest, selling can eat up a lot of time and energy. To keep my motivation alive, I start with big-ticket items. My first sale, a baby crib. Then a changing table, a high chair. I even tried clothing, but some categories just don't sell. In that case, I move them over to the donate chain. Selling makes me reflect, is squeezing the last bit of value out of this item worth my time? Am I losing more than I gain? So this chain isn't just about money, it's about rethinking values and mental habits. So I keep all the items I no longer need here in one room. It's my little decluttering conveyor belt. I sort everything into categories, donate, recycle, or sell, but also by size and season to make selling easier. Then whenever I have a free moment, I drop things off for recycling, list them online, or plan a trip to the second-hand store. It's like running 3 decluttering chains at once. Slow, steady, and surprisingly satisfying. The fix-it chain. Broken lamp, buttonless shirt, curtain that never made it onto the rod, these belong here. I keep a small fix-it box where they wait for their moment. Best approach, give yourself a deadline. Maybe a week, maybe 6 months, whatever works for you. Either fix it yourself or take it to a repair shop. And if you don't, the item moves straight into the donate or trash chain. The homeless items chain. These are the sneaky clutter villains, the things you want to keep, but they don't have a proper address. The fix is to actually create a home, a basket, a shelf, a drawer divider. No home, endless mess. When I tackled my living room, I realized many things I wanted to keep had no place at all. They formed little piles. My solution? Gather them into one pile and ask, how much space do they need? What categories are they? Then reorganize storage around that. For me, this turned into a whole wardrobe project. The old wardrobe in my living room was basically falling apart, plaster crumbling from the ceiling, so I couldn't use it. I repaired it bit by bit over several months. When it was finally ready, it became a new home for seasonal clothes, gift wrap, my yoga mat, and a laundry basin that kept wandering around the house and getting in the way. And here's the point, this change can take a long time. It doesn't have to be done in one weekend. But when the pieces click into place, the mess disappears and you feel the puzzle coming together. And then the toughest one, the hard to let go chain. The pile that isn't about clutter, it's about emotions. Baby clothes, old letters, guilt gifts. With the puzzle method, you don't have to decide everything today. I solve these by why I'm attached, fear of the future, nostalgia, guilt. Then I pick one small group to work on. For example, when I finally let go of my old translation materials, I also let go of a past profession, an identity that no longer fit me. And you know what? Nothing bad happened. I gained space, could find things faster, and added one more coin into my piggy bank of self-trust. Take your time, but keep moving. Every success becomes a reminder that letting go doesn't mean losing. It means gaining freedom. And remember, while the hard to let go chain is the toughest, it's also the most powerful. It's the one that makes us listen to ourselves. And it's the one that gives us the chance for real positive change. Chains can overlap and transform. Homeless items may shift into the quick lost and found chain once you create a proper spot. Donations can turn into trash if no one needs them. Emotional items may move into any other chain once you're ready. And here's the secret. The chains themselves show you where your biggest struggle is. If you are always in lost and found, maybe you need the habit of putting things away right after use. If homeless items pile up, your home needs reorganization. If most clutter falls into the hard to let go chain, that's a sign it's time to explore the deeper emotional side of decluttering. And I have all the videos on that. You can find the links in the description. Every chain you close is a little victory, not just for your home, but for your peace of mind. And when you string those victories together, step by step, life really does feel lighter. If you'd like to keep going with me, subscribe so you don't miss the next video, where I'll show you how I sneak decluttering into an ordinary busy work week. Thank you for watching and see you there.